What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Finally, the new Flex 24 volt cordless, brushless power tools have finally started to hit the market. So I did get these sent to me from Lowe's to try out and to let them know what I think about them. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna go over each one of these, just explain some of the features, what it has. And then what we'll do is then you'll see in the video, I've got these all out on the job site. I didn't want to just sit in my garage here and cut a board and put a screw in to a piece of 2x4 and say, oh, okay, these tools are great. I wanted to get these out on the job site in the elements and test them and see if they held up or not. And I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with it. You'll see in the video of me using everything and what I think about it. And I am impressed with how well the tools are built, and they are actually, I mean, they're tough. I don't know what else to say. I mean, they're built well. They're not built cheap. The batteries aren't built cheap. So that's what we'll do. We'll just start off with the cordless 24 volt drill, and then we'll just go down the line. So I got 5 things sent to me: the drill, the impact, the grinder, the circular saw, and the Resip saw. Those are the 5 things I got sent to me to try out. Okay guys, here's the Flex 24 volt brushless 1/2 inch 2-speed with turbo mode cordless drill. So the drill comes in the plastic case. Some people don't like the clip cases, some people do. I like the case because the bags just get cumbersome when if you're trying to, you know, put your tools away. It's easy to stack or line up the cases versus the bags. Anyways, in the kit you get the handle for the hammer drill, 2.5 amp battery, you get a 5 amp battery, and then you get the Flex fast charger. So it's got 2 speeds, but the first cool thing about this drill is this turbo mode. Okay, so if you're running the drill, speed number 2, hit that button, and it really ramps this up. You'll see in the video, I ran this on the 2nd speed with turbo mode and drilled into concrete, and I couldn't believe it. I mean, I was just amazed. There was no effort at all. I didn't have to put any force down into the bit like other drills in order to get it to go through the concrete. I drilled, let's see, I drilled 8 holes with this, and I believe there was 2 bars left on the battery still. Okay, one thing that's a con to this drill though is that this clip you can only put on the one side, which is this side. So if you're right-handed, it's fine, but if you're left-handed like me, I don't have this, that's why I don't have this installed, because I can't put it on this side. So that's definitely a downside to it, because I'm left-handed. I always hang the drill on the left side and pick it up and use my left hand. One last cool feature about this drill is the anti-kickback. So if you got the drill ramped up and it gets stuck, it cuts the drill out, which, you know, you got to be careful. Everybody's always, you know, you're trying to be as careful as you can, but when you're on the job site and you're working and, you know, your brain's in another place, it can happen to anybody. It can happen to somebody that just started out working and, you know, new to using drills. Yeah, could it happen to somebody that's experienced, use drill all the time? It definitely can. You know, once you get towards the end of the day, you're trying to get out of there. Your brain isn't in the same place, so. All right, next up, we'll look at the 1/4 inch Flex 24 volt impact driver with multi-mode. There's another setting on there, and that actually is like a self-tapping mode so that you don't over-tighten the screw. 3 speeds like a lot of other impacts out there. Another cool feature that I thought was really awesome about this is you don't have to pull back this collar now to take the bit in and out. There's a button right here that you push that in, bit comes out, okay? Put the bit back in, push that button, bit goes in. You'll never have to pull back on this. All right, here's their 7 1/4 inch circular saw. As you can see, I've beat this thing up. I've already been using it. I damaged the blade on this thing. But anyways, as far as cutting wise, which you guys will see this in the video, this thing still cut awesome, even with the damaged blade on there. I couldn't believe it. I mean, it was cutting through like it was nothing. So here's what you get with this. With this kit, you get the rapid charger and the 8 amp battery. So I will say, if you got this 8 amp battery in there and you're using this saw a lot, you're going to get fatigue in your wrist, especially if you're cutting up higher. you know, I put the 5 amp battery in there, and that seemed to be a lot better as far as weight wise. It also comes with a dust chute to connect to the tool. A couple things that are kind of iffy that I don't care for is that this to adjust the depth is on that side. I guess, you know, if we could have these be, instead of the same colors of plate, maybe be black so you could see the numbers a little bit better. You know, it does have a light on there for you to be able to see, so is it that big of a deal? Not really, but me holding this in my hand like this with that battery on there, that's pretty serious. It's pretty heavy. A couple other features too. The cut capacity at 90 degrees is 2 5/8, and then the cut capacity at 45 is 1 7/8. But the big thing is the weight. So with no battery in there, it's 9 pounds. You know, I haven't really weighed my other tools to really see how much they weigh. I just, you know, realize, I'm like, man, once I put this in my hand with this 8 amp battery, it is pretty heavy. At any rate, the stuff I cut with it though, it just went through it like it was nothing. All right, guys. Here's the Flex 24 volt brushless Resip saw. Again, 5 amp battery. Comes with the fast charger. And this has a couple of cool features. One thing that it has a touchless blade eject. So when you pull back on this collar here, it'll eject the blade without actually having to touch it. And then the collar stays in that position so you can just pop in another blade. Okay, so Flex 2 is saying that there's up to 40% less vibration in this. Your orbital button is right here. Lock button's up there. And this also comes with a rafter hook. One thing I will say that's cool about this is the collar. So you know that it's already in the position to put a blade in there. You put it in there nice and tight to take it out. And you don't have to touch it. So, okay, last but not least, the grinder. 5-inch grinder. 5 amp battery, comes with the fast charge. This is the paddle, I like that. It has a speed control here, so you can increase or decrease the speed based on what you're doing. I like the fact that it's a 5-inch grinder. Handle here, and then also what I thought was a good idea was, you see how it's got that screens in there to keep the tool cool, so that's good on both sides. This also has anti-kickback, and another thing that I thought was pretty neat is the adjustment for this to adjust the guard is just clicking. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than that. So, really easy to adjust it based on where you need it. All right, guys, so that's it. I know I went through it kind of fast, but so what Flex is saying with all these 24-volt tools, these are all brushless, by the way, what I talked about today. What they're saying is you're going to get 20% more power from these, 25% longer runtime, and up to 50% faster charging. I will say, when I had these out on the job site the other day, the batteries did charge very fast. I was really impressed by how fast they charge. And as far as the power goes, I mean, they did have more power. I was cutting with the 7 1/4-inch circular saw. You're going to see that coming up here in a few minutes. And it, you know, it did cut it faster. It seemed that way anyways. You know, people are like, oh, you know, it seems kind of gimmicky. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that they're messing around. These are pretty heavy duty from what I've seen and from what I've tested. So, and if you purchase these between now and the end of the year, you're also going to get a lifetime warranty on the tools. Don't forget, guys, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, hit that bell for notifications for future videos. That's enough talking. Let's get out on the job site, let's put these to the test, and let's see what they can do. Alright guys, every year I edge my mulch beds and I do it by hand with this shovel, but I always sharpen it first. Gives it a nice razor's edge. Like I said, angle grinder, grind that down, make a nice razor's edge, and then those mulch beds will be edged perfect. All right, I'm gonna be using the Flex 7 1/4 circular saw, framing blade on there, 2.5 amp battery. And I'm using a smaller battery because I think I'm gonna have a little more control holding the saw upright like that, as opposed to the 5 amp that might wanna do this and be a little heavy.